Okay, round two of making that connector. I gotta go get the black to go around it, but that fit in there good and it locked this time. What I did on this one right here, I shaved back a little further on the wire, gave it a little more, and shoved it in there. They're locked in. These will work because it's nothing sticking out like the last one I made. I'm going to after the pattern I made, and the reason I'm not going to use this because this thin wire, I'm using I think this is a 16 or an 18. This might be an 18, but two 18s put together. Then I'm going to put it to that 10 gauge I got, so that'll work out fine. But there's one, and this stuff is tricky to work with. Look how small and it's not even, it won't even zoom in. Well, anyway, I'm shaving it, putting a little of this on. I got two more to go. I used the red with the red line for now for the hot. I'm going to use this for the black. Then I'm going to take black as shrink wrap and put her over it. So, okay, I went out to the garage. This is my first attempt. I wanted to see if it worked. I know the sound was off on that one. Sorry about that, guys. But if you can see, it's not zooming in very good. But it's got wire. I'm trying to get it where you can see it. It's wire sticking out, and that could short circuit. So that's why I'm not going with this one. I'll make one better. And I went ahead and found these. I've been looking for these. Had tons of this stuff. I'm going to take these and cut them. I'm going to use just this end. I got one here. And an old one here, another one. They're just the Y adapters where you plug one in and it made it into two or something. But I just need the ends. I'm going to take these ends. And I got the other cable out there, but I'm going to solder or wrap or whatever, but I'm going to put these in so I can use the high level inputs. These are low level, but it's going to be high level from my starter. Where my starter is going to be off the speakers. And I got the other piece. I don't know if I'm throwing up here or not. But I ordered something off of Amazon, which I think I showed you guys. So, yeah. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna, I'll show you real quick here. I can set you down without moving you too much. I'm just cutting a piece of this. I got plenty of the black. I don't have hardly any, the white. I don't have no red. The way this, virus is going around, I really can't go get any neither. I can order it probably off the line. Just say I get it at Tractor Supply. Let me put you over here. Tractor Supply, not, I don't mean Tractor Supply, sorry about that, guys. I meant, I get it at Harbor Freight. I'm going to try to, I don't know if I can. If I can get it started, it should slide on there. And there it is. Then all you do is take your little torch. This is for cigars or something. I don't know what they're for, but just a torch. And I use the torch by heating it up. You've seen me do this plenty of times. It shrinks it. hold it on there too much because it actually catches the wire on fire and melt the wire. And there it is. There's one. I got put one blue, which I cut out of this one. The blue is the top. And then I gotta make another one of these. Which I'm gonna probably work on this side first. The other side for my ground. And I'm using, like I said, 16 gauge or what? Not 16, 18 gauge I believe it is. Now I'm going to cut these. And put it on. I'm going to wrap these onto this, like so. Shrink wrap or tape, whatever. And then that's going to be that. But I use bigger wire. It's better. Instead of, if I use the factory wire that came off of my computer right here, that wire wouldn't be strong enough. I don't think. See, because I bumped it up to this, but I'm taking two of these and I'm bumping it up to, I believe this is like a 10 gauge. So that'll work plenty for that base station. So I'll show you more in a minute. You can see how small that is. And when I'm shrink wrapping, I tried soldering it before, and the wire I was using is too thick. This can be too thick, but by shrink wrapping it, it's putting pressure on that wire. I cramped it with the little clamps it's supposed to be on there. Now I'm coming in here and trying to get that small as I can. Now I'm dropping everything on you. Then I was taking, and I gotta put it in here. And starting to hit in there. So what I was doing, you don't want to do it real much because you don't want to get it out of shape too much. I was just heating the plastic up a little bit. Just on the back side. Don't know if I'm going to get this one in. It's starting to go. It's locked in there. There it is, guys. That's what I'm doing. So what I'm doing is trying to show you and look at the thing at the same time. Maybe see if I can move it a little more over you. I'm not trying to cut anything off. I'm just taking most of it and shoving it in here. Almost up to where it goes in there. But I'm trying to start these with my finger. And I come back with a needle nose. I know you're probably not seeing this very good. I'm not neither. These wires are so small. I got a good crimp on it. But then up front, it's got another little where it needs to be crimped. So you got to get that one. If not, when you put your shrink wrap on, let me cut a piece. If not, when you go to put this on and shrink wrap, it won't stick in there because them little tabs are sticking up. Then you want to try to get every bit of that in there. See how it's sticking out here? You can't do that. I'm gently trying to I'm pushing it back far, trying to get it back here as far as I can. Might take it off, might be a little long. Let's see. It's getting close. I'm going to gently try to get that back off. That's too long. I don't want to pull on it because if I pull on too much, it's going to knock the wire off, knock the wires out. And see, I started grabbing that little connector there. That's what's going to go in the actual piece and locks it in. Let me grab that piece. Since I don't have that much of it, I know it's screwed up a little bit, so I'll just trim one side, straighten that piece up. Then we're going to straighten this piece up. We're going to see what that looks like. It don't have to be all the way up front, because I can put another piece on there, but I got one straggler back here, I can see it. There, I think I got it. Yep. And then you just take your... And you want to make sure you're moving it, or if you can't move it, you want to move with it. I can still see it sticking up right here a little bit. That's where that metal and stuff is. I'm going to see if I just want to make it more of a round shape. Alright, we got that. Now we know where it's got to go here. I'm going to try my little trick again. Got it a little too hot on that one, I can tell, because it started changing color, but let's see if we can get it in there. Alright, started. There it is, locked in. Now we got to get a piece of black. Doesn't really matter what length you make it. I'm making them kind of long. And it black fits perfectly on these two 16 gauge. I'm pretty sure they're 16 gauge. I mean, 18. It's 18 or 16. It might be 16. Because I know I got 12 out there. That's why I did my stereo box with that time. 12 gauge. There it is. Up there. Then we'll take our little torch. Wherever I just set it. I'll find if I sit on it right. You want to get both sides. Just shrink wrap one side ain't gonna do it, guys. It'll just shrink to one side. Now, that's a pretty nice connector. Being a homemade connector, I got one more to go. I'm gonna use this little red wire. I'll put that in there, and this connector will be done. Then all I gotta do is take these, I'll strip them, and they're gonna go on the other thing. I'll show you when it's done. Okay, I got it. Got the other one in there. They're all done. I put one in here, and I'm gonna shrink wrap it because they're both hot wires. Now I did is shrink wrap. That needs a little more, I think. There you go. And shrink wrap right to that so it couldn't get damaged. Now all I gotta do is cut these up here and join them together to the big one. And I'll do that next. And another thing you want to make sure when you're doing this, you bring copper to copper. There, you can. I ain't saying you have to. You can use it, the chrome looking, whatever. But I would recommend, if you got the chance, put the copper to copper, then the two wire. The two metals ain't gonna interact with each other. And I'm doing the same thing as I did there. I made them shorter. I'm gonna slide this all the way up. I'm gonna split this down the middle. Try to. Best way to do this would be probably to actually solder it, but for time being, and the lowest voltage, it's 12 volts, but it's really low amps. So, and amps is what does it in. I'm doing this just like I would normally twist it. Now I'm going to try to slide that piece over. I don't know if it's going to work or not. If I can slide that over, might have got too much wire stuck out, but I had a little bigger shrink wrap tube. You got to make sure they're tight, and that's the issue right now. It's not wrapped as tight as I'd like it to be. It's getting there. Like I said in my other videos, you don't know until you try. There are connectors out there that you could have probably put on this, but that's what I said. For what I'm doing, this ought to work out fine. There it is. Let's see. No, make sure ain't no wires sticking out. Because you can tape this too, Lane, if you want. Make sure it ain't hot. The way I did that, look, I'm pulling on it, guys. Ain't come apart. Now, if I would have just twisted that like this, it would have pulled apart. But what I did is twist it one side and twist the other side. Made a knot in it. So, there it is. Got one to go, and then I'll show you. I'll go ahead and finish it all, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, there it is. Looks nice. Wish this little piece right here was up a little further, but there ain't no wire sticking out. And I'll put a couple of zip ties like I did on the other one, little zip ties. There it is. Got my ground, my hot, and that'll plug right in there. All I gotta do is take the other side, my 4-pin, this is the old one, and I'm gonna cut these. Because this is what side you need, and it needs to plug in there. So what you do, someone's probably cringing right now, just cut the ends off. That's all you do. Then I gotta carefully take these apart. If you're not careful taking them apart, these wires are so small and brittle they will break on you. Walmart had some stuff like this I was gonna buy if they had the right adapter the other day, but they didn't. I found these. I knew I had them. They had these cheap adapters for like $5 a piece. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm just using what fingernail I have and pulling on it. I dropped down my lighter again, but you can see how small them wires are. Let me show you. There's one wire, and I'm getting lucky by doing this since it was a splitter. I'm gonna take more stuff off, but what I can do, I think it's still one on there. I can put these two together, and I can take the copper and the red and white and put them together, and make the wire a little thicker. To make the, instead of a splitter 2-channel, I'm gonna make it a 1-channel on each one. So I have to do. Don't know if I'm careful. All I'm doing is barely pulling on this, and you don't want. Some people say about heating them up. You can do it, but I wouldn't recommend that on the small wire. I'm pulling slowly, gently. Because I don't want to break them wires. And then you want to unwrap your ground, the one ground wire. There's one side. Then we're going to try the other side, see if we can get it right about the same length. You know this is some cheap thin wire if I'm doing, and I don't even got a fingernail. I'm just taking my fingernail and pinching it. Right there, I heard it. Gently, I'm not pulling hard, because you pull hard, you're going to break the wires. Which, alright, I think I broke one wire. Yeah, one wire, one of these solid gray wires here. Then what I'm going to do is make sure no wires sticking. Alright, you're good. I'm going to take these two and twist them together. That's going to be one wire. And then gently and there it is. Just gotta make sure when you put it together, you definitely don't want any wires sticking out, because if they touch, then it probably make a like sound or something, or won't even work at all. Alright, I'll go get that piece, I'll make that, and I'll show you what it looks like. Then you want to, if your pins are separate like I made mine, I know that with the lettering here, I don't know if you're seeing that very good. You probably see it very good. Lettering, that goes up, so you got two up, two down. And then you want to come over to your internet, or wherever you're looking, your smartphone, whatever you do, whatever you look at. And you go into, I'm going to go into images. And it's showing the harnesses. I can buy the harness. But the harness it's showing, it's got real thin wire. This one's thicker. This one's a heavier wire here. This one's a different wire. But I'm going to try to find the one, because that's what I got. Here is one, but it's not showing me what I want. Let me go in here. That is something totally different anyway. That's not it. And this one's different. I need a 10 pin. 8 pin. What I'm looking for is a diagram. Here we go. I'm looking just for the picture. This one right here is showing the 2 reds, 2 blues. Mine only needs 1 blue, it was saying. And that's the top. 2 blacks. Then it's showing these top, well, one side, but when it's going in, I don't know if I can make it bigger for you, but it's showing it here. When it's going in through here, it's on the one side. So what that means, this goes in this way. Since I'm using something totally different, it's telling me to separate it 2 on one side and 2 on this side, like this, to put into that. And it's showing that the tops are the grounds, because usually the one to white is the ground, so that would be the ground and the other one would be the top. So I think we got it. Well, that's what we're going to do. Let's see if it works. If not, I'll leave some extra. I won't make this wire really short in case I have to come back and redo it. Well, what it's showing on the internet, and that's when you're buying, it's showing to do it this way. And it's saying this is ground and this one's ground. It's saying the 2 tops are ground, but they go out to each side like this. So that's how we're going to wire it up. So what I'm doing, I'm going to take these, I'm going to twist them like that, but first I'm going to I got to be careful with this because I don't have much left. I need at least 4 pieces, so I'll say something like that. And what I'm going to do is, and the top was the ground, and the bottom should have been the hut. I'm making them roughly about the same size, the piece of trying to. This one's a little longer, so I'm going to change this. Yes, and you, like I said before, you should solder this stuff. Be a way to do it, but if you don't have solder, this does work. So top was ground, so this is going to be the ground. I'm going to twist this something like this. I'm going to twist these 2 together. If you do it right, it still won't come apart. But the reason I'm doing this, I'm making it a little thicker, the wire itself. When I solder this over, that should work. And now there's nothing for it to touch because it's all the way down there. I'm going to shrink wrap it. I know duct tape, they say for everything, but I'm going to actually duct tape this stuff too. And then I'm going to shrink wrap these 2 together. I'm twisting. This one's getting twisted this way, and this one's getting twisted this way. So when you pull on it, it would actually tighten that knot up. And no, I just didn't make that up. I learned that in electronics. I took a course of electronics in school. Now see, if I would have had the red or something, I could put a red over there and did that, and But what I'm gonna do, good old duct tape. This is duct tape from Vegas. When I was out there, I bought some duct tape I needed for something. I'm gonna take just a little piece. I'll pick that up. We don't need it right now. Just make sure they don't really touch or anything, but I ain't saying this is the way you should do it, or you can do it however you want, but that's pretty good. I'll put a tape on this whole thing, but I'll make a gray wire a little shorter because they wasn't exactly. So I'll just wrap these. And they do make a tape now. I've seen it I think at Walmart one time. But they make actual tape that you can put on. And it's shrink wrap tape. See, they're about the same. I'll go ahead and finish this other side. Then I'll show you. I got that all done. I'm just throwing some tape on there. If I had electrical tape, I would use that. But this is actually stronger on electrical tape. Just trying to get the wires to be a little better. This ain't gonna be perfect because it's made out of all scrap wires and plugs and stuff. You gotta work with what you have when you don't have money. Plus, like on my channel, if it's the first video you've seen, watch some other one. I like making stuff. I'm kind of like that cartoon Bob the Builder. Jokingly, but you don't have it, but you have the material to make it, you make it. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm making it. Instead of spending like $30-$40 or whatever it was, I could have got one of the cheaper ones, but they were direct bolt-ons. Plus, I'll probably, if I ever do, I'll put something bigger in there, but for, I forget what the last video is, but $9, $9 I paid for it, and it was $7, so $16 got tied up in this thing so far. And that's it. I got my wire made for my speakers, and I got my amp wires. I'm gonna take, like I said, the zip tie. It just all it's doing is making this a little stronger down here. Not trying to pull and make it crazy. I'm gonna. And just make sure they're tight. And I'm gonna come and trim them off. There's another trick or hack that I learned too. So you don't, so they ain't sharp. What you do is, then it's not sharp. I learned that on one of them on TV or YouTube. I think it's YouTube. This one right here. I'm gonna put one right here. So you can't pull apart there. And I'll probably put one right about here. Really didn't need it on this, but so when I build stuff, usually I try to be like a Homes on Homes. If you ever seen that show, if you're ever gonna do it, you overdo it, so you don't have to go back and do it twice. Mike Holmes, but there it is. So we got amp wire, our hot wire, our ground wire, and our speaker wires. This plugs in like this, and that plugs in like that. It's like that. So it's all done. Let me turn you around so I can see. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. At least you watch one. Please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 where I can make maybe $50 a month extra. I don't know. Probably not even that. But please subscribe. And until later, I'll catch you on the flip side or whatever. Bye for now.